Cool. So I think we are on live right now, and we can start from here. So hi guys, this is Chris from DoraHacks. Welcome to another Moonriver Grant Hackathon project demo sessions. Today we are very happy to have 5 projects with us, and also Kevin from Moonbeam Foundation as the guest. So a little bit background intro. This is actually the very first time that DoraHacks support Moonbeam and Moonriver team for their hackathon. We are very happy, and in the end we got 57 project submissions, which is, I believe, very decent in a 2 months length. And also we can see there are some really good projects emerged through this hackathon. So very happy to have you guys, and won't take you guys too long from here. And let's welcome the first team to start their presentation. I think the first team is the DefiHelper. So Ben, feel free to start when you're ready.
Excellent. So pleasure to be here, guys. Thank you very much for organizing it. What I'd like to do, I'd like to start by sharing our introduction video and then doing a live demonstration of how the app actually works. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Awesome. So I'll share the video file here. So do you see do you see this?
Yep, we can see.
Excellent. So I'll play this now.
Making money in DeFi is easy, but man, it sure takes a lot of time. First world problems, right? You have to log in 1,000 times per day to all those different platforms and protocols with all your wallets to monitor APYs, claim rewards to restake them, and watch for missed opportunities. Long crypto, short mental health. It doesn't have to be like that though. With DefiHelper, you can automate that shit. Really. You get one dashboard that shows all your pools, farms, and new opportunities across all chains. DefiHelper lets you create advanced trading strategies without the need for coding skills. Or you can use ready-made automations devised by our team of economists and DeFi nerds. Unlike you, we actually have PhDs in economics. We don't hold your coins, and DefiHelper is fully decentralized. And guess what? Claiming rewards and restaking happens auto-magically. Presto! Now all your pools have compounding APYs. Not only is that a great way to reduce stress and FOMO, it means you actually increase your gains. It's like having a personal DeFi genius that knows more than you do and is watching your portfolio 24/7. What's not to like? Create your account right now so you can sit back and watch your APY rise. DefiHelper. Compound your gains. DefiHelper.io.
Excellent. So that's a brief introduction about what we offer here at DefiHelper. I'd like to now do a live demo of how our application actually works. So I'll go on screen share now to demonstrate. Okay, so this is a simulation account that I'm using to display what an overall big portfolio looks like. However, our live app is up and running, and I would encourage users to use it. So on the first screen here, you have our portfolio tracker. Our portfolio tracker shows you your entire balance in dollar value in one place on one screen. So you don't have to worry about tracking your portfolio across numerous wallets, chains, etc. You see it all here. And furthermore, we solve impermanent loss by displaying it you in dollar value. You also see how your estimated earnings change, as well as seeing what assets you have and across what platforms. We're also the only protocol like this which has centralized exchanges connected, and you can see what deployed contracts you have and what wallets. This is all very useful because right now, managing a DeFi portfolio is very complicated as things are very scattered. It can be hard to remember what assets you have across which platforms, and we've actually had one user joke seriously that after connecting his portfolio to DefiHelper, he found $30,000 he'd forgotten about. Our next screen is our protocols page. These are all of the protocols which you can track your portfolio on, and these are all of the protocols for which you have full support. Obviously, we're connecting a number of protocols, and we have major partnerships in the pipeline, like with Bancor or Perpetual. So one concept I'd like users to remember is that DefiHelper seeks to be the only interface that users need to track their portfolio. Here you can see an overview of the protocol. So ApeSwap's overview, a description, links to social medias, listings, and audits. You can also see if they're gaining or losing traction on social media and how their TVL has changed, as well as unique wallets, which means that users don't have to do their own research or create their own Excel spreadsheets. We do it all for them. Next up, you have the earning page. From this page, you can see advanced data and analytics about contracts. For example, how the real APR has changed over the last 7 days. Instead of some APY, some contracts will tell you, for example, the APY is 262, or the APY even gets up to 10,000. But this shows you how it's actually changed, taking into account impermanent loss. Here you see the TVL of the contract, the APY, and what your auto staking boost can give to the user. Here you can also stake, you can buy LP tokens, you can unstake, claim, and auto stake. Next up is our automation constructor. Here you can do things such as auto staking, and you can also create stop losses and take profits. This is incredibly useful because in the world of crypto, as I'm sure all of you know, wild price swings can happen overnight. And having stop losses programmed is not just very useful for making money, but also useful for users' mental health, as they're actually able to switch off and relax and not worry about losing loads of money if they don't check their portfolio. I should also say, we're introducing a trailing stop loss and a trailing take profit feature, and will be the only protocol which offers automations like that. Also, you can buy LP tokens directly from DefiHelper's interface. You don't have to worry about going to other interfaces to do it. This is our vote section. This is where all voting will be made, but right now it acts as a roadmap, and users can request or suggest features. We also have a bridges page, which allows users to go to bridges and transfer their tokens across chains. And we have a settings page, which shows you what centralized exchanges you have connected, your transaction history, and your wallets and funds, and your balance on them. Also, and perhaps most importantly, we also have a day mode as well as a night mode. So thank you for listening to that quick presentation and overview. Do you guys have any questions you'd like to ask about the product?
Thanks, Ben. Great presentation.
Thank you.
One question I had was for automations. What type of tools do you use? Do you use like Bioeconomy or Gelato, or is it something that you've created like on your own for automating these transactions?
Igor, could you talk about that from a development and tech standpoint, please? Igor? I'll just...
I also have one more question that we could go to. In terms of your bridges, what's the process for getting added, like as a bridge there?
The process for getting added, so we've been in talks of trying to get our own solution. Right now, the bridges I'll show you. So for example, if you click on this, it takes you to a different bridge which you can bridge outside of our own platform.
Cool.
So should we wait for Igor, or I think we're good for now?
Yeah, I'm just messaging him. I'll see what he has to say, and yeah.
Cool.
Cool. So yeah, I think you can move on to the next product. Thank you, guys.
Got it. Yeah, thanks, Ben. And hi, BovineVerse team. Feel free to start.
Hello, everyone. It is Anna. Welcome to BovineVerse. And actually, we all know the prosperity of the last year. The crypto blockchain games they are really popularity, and so we did some research, and we dreamed about to create a multi-game feast Web3 multi-game feast platform create a multi-game platform for everyone is our dreaming. And here we got BovineVerse, and we are doing a new 5+ metaverse project under Web3. It is created by Singularity Studio. Actually, we are dreaming to integrate, doing something different, integrate SocialFi and DeFi and GameFi 3 to 1. And we also have our specialty, and I want to share my screen to dig more about that. Here, I want to share the screen right now. Okay. URL, I mean, share the screen right now. Okay. Everyone can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Okay, let me begin from the brief intro from YouTube. Let's see about BovineVerse. Actually, we integrate 3 creative games into one in our platform. We have our NFTs, Bovine Hero, and Homeland Planet. Here, let me go through about our project with our white paper. Actually, we are doing something like the first 5+ metaverse game integrating the DeFi, GameFi, and SocialFi. You can see we integrate 3 creative games into our platform. We're gonna come first from the Interstellar Rangeland, which gonna be the public beta will be released soon in June. And we also have the different game Interstellar Sandbox. It's gonna be like look like the decentralized land is the popular game. We improved our game, and we gonna launch it after we launched the first game. And we still have the interstellar trick. It's gonna be the VR game. It's gonna be the different. And here gonna be we also integrated the SocialFi, which we are different from the last year, the Axie Infinity and Star Shark. They are also really popular game, blockchain game, but we improve our games in put this SocialFi into it to make players to add their stickiness and playability, make them invite their friends to come to our planet to build their guild. And we also, which we are different from other game, will be the taxation in our planet. We will have this guild, and when you enter our interface from the game, you can see here is the guild. Before you enter this interface, you can have to choose which guild or planet you need to join. But so if you own this planet or the guild, you can have this taxation for you to tax the locals. And after the union obtains the planet, you can tax the players settle on the planet, and the player will continue to feedback tax contribution to the planet during the play to earn process. And also, which gonna be the different from the other blockchain game is gonna be the multi-chain interability of NFT assets. You can see here we have three different NFT, like the Bovine Hero. Let me see. We have this Bovine Hero and the sorry, this Bovine Hero, and we also have the different planet for NFT, and everyone gonna be curious about how to earn their tokens during they play our game. Actually, across our game interface, you can see we have this. Let me see. Here is the arena. This is one way to earn this token by take your adult boot to battle. Actually, in our platform, every player is gonna be incarnate as bovine creature to socialize, adventure, and creation, build a really colorful universe of BovineVerse. And with the play to earn, they encourage their friends to join our game. And also here you can see we have a milk factory. You can here this is gonna be the second way to earn your token by stake your adult cow at the milk factory to earn our token BVT. Also, you can rent your cattle by listing them at the mating room, and you can also you can use your cow and boot to have the cattle mystery box to also to have more cattle to help you to earn the tokens. Also, by the different connection with the social media, we have gained a lot of followers in our platform. You can see by our Twitter and our Discord, there are already gained around 60,000 followers in our Twitter and in our Discord. Also, we had a lot of grant from different social media, different great project like Polygon, and also here are the number of our users. And I want to show more about. Let me see about game intro here. Let's see. Here's the interface from our game. Here are several NFT bovine heroes here. Yes, and the more we are different from the games in the market is gonna be we are the pioneer of the 5+ concept, and it has a rich and colorful NFT, like I said, as bovine heroes and NFTs, and also well, our interstellar Random beta gonna be launching any minute, and we encourage every friends to come and know our BovineVerse new 5+ metaverse platform, multiple game platform. Thank you. That's all for my show about this.
Looks like a very exciting game. Can you talk about your go-to-market strategy and how you're going to market your game?
Sure, going market strategy. Wait a minute. We have two going market strategy. One is online, and the second offline. And actually, we are going to start our public beta from June. And after we finish the public beta, we will start our game in any minute. And after that, we're gonna list our tokens on the major exchange. And I think that's it. And we also reaching for different project, because we are a GameFi platform. And after we launched our 3 games into the platform, we also encourage other developers to create their own parallel universe, building a multiverse in which more gameplay and contents will continuously emerge. We encourage them to build their ecosystem into our platform. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Great. Yeah, thanks, BovineVerse team.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And we can move to the next project today, which is the Mooncase.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ismael, and first I want to thank you for the opportunity to present the application I've been building for the DoraHacks hackathon. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, share my screen. Okay. Okay, so Mooncase is an application to view, to find, and to share NFTs on the Moonriver network. And how are these NFT shared? They are shared using a smart contract that saves a name for every NFT that the user wants. So, for example, if we go to this collection, for example, Moonsama, and we go to this token ID 16, we can see the information of this NFT, but the URL it's very ugly. It's very hard to understand and to remember. So what this smart contract does is to create an association between the contract address, the token ID, and a name that we create. So for example, let's name this NFT a smoking Moonsama. Let's say the transaction. So, and you can not only share this NFT with people, but if you, for example, are the Moonsama team, can assign a name to every Moonsama and use that as a library or any application that may be used like a name resolver. So while the transaction takes just a bit. Okay, it's done. So as you can see right now, we have a URL that it's prettier, like Smoky Moonsama. You can copy this URL on your clipboard, or you can see the transaction on the Block Explorer and see how much you spent on creating that name. That right now it's almost 1 cent. It's quite cheap to save names. So for example, now if we go to this link, we see that we can share this NFT by the name that we have saved. And not only that, this is not only for names, that you can look for them on this search bar, Smoking Moonsama. So in case that you don't remember the link, you can use the search bar. But the search bar also allows you to find contract addresses that are not on the popular ERC 721 list. So for example, let's take a look on the Moonriver NFT quest and search for it. And right now it shows the token ID. And if we go to a token ID, it shows the token ID. And we could create a name, for example, let's say that this is my token ID, that this is my quest NFT. So we could create the name Ismael, sign a transaction. And now I will know that this NFT from the Moonriver quest is mine. And I could share it with everyone to show that this is mine. So apart from this, the search bar, the text, if the name exists or doesn't exist, or if the collection address that you pass is an NFT or not. So, for example, I pass I do not exist. It won't even find. It won't even search for it. So this is the main use of the application. Names, to have names for NFTs in the most decentralized way, and the smart contract for this application is verified. It's an alpha version. And right now, as you can see, it's just a mapping that with a byte32 that acts as a string in the key and a struct to save the NFT data. It's quite easy to implement, and on the roadmap that I have, I want to create a new version that is not only a name solver contract but also a name solver factory. So everyone could create their name solvers, so they could have their own NFT name list for their own projects. And this goes to the roadmap, and the roadmap is quite extensive because, for example, right now I'm having the data. I get the data from a third party called, sorry for my pronunciation, covalent, and but I like to only depend on my own node and not depend on other nodes or other people APIs. So my plan for this application is to create my own indexer for ERC 721 tokens and make it open source. So anyone that wants to track how many transfer has a token on their contract, or how many token ID has minted, he can use the Mooncase repository, clone it, and use it for their own project. And another task that they want to do for this project is to deploy it on Moonbase Alpha, because while I was learning, I found that I didn't have something like Mooncase on Moonbase Alpha. And for a beginner that wants to just to learn Solidity and learn about NFTs, he needs something to see if his NFTs are right, or if his NFTs are standard, are compliant with the standard. And that's why I want to deploy on Moonbase Alpha before then deploy on Moonbeam. And for the last thing for the roadmap are to make a new front end for the application, because right now I made it with Material UI, and I like to code the CSS by myself instead of relying on Material. And the last thing that I think it's the most difficult, and the one that will take me more time, is to make Mooncase a DAO. So so a group of developers can keep working on this NFT showcase or NFT indexer or anything that Mooncase becomes. And along with the DAO, I like to create a multi-chain governance, multi-chain on Moonriver, Moonbeam, and using the Kusama relay chain, using X tokens or an RMRK NFTs, if I manage to understand them better. So that's everything for my presentation. I hope that you like it. And if you have any questions, go ahead.
Fantastic job, Ismail. Really, really impressive. I had two questions ready for you, which you've already actually answered already. One was about indexers, and you mentioned you're using Covalent. And the second one was how does the name contract work? So I have a third one, and that's essentially, could you tell us what was the hardest part about this project?
Which one do you want me to start answering?
Yeah, whichever was, did you have challenges building this? I mean, what was like the hardest part to, took the most time?
Well, the hardest part was to understand how to build the the front end without and being able to share it, because for example for Covalent I need an API key and I can use the API key on the front end. So I had the whole application in React on the client side, and I had to move the whole application to another framework called Next.js that allows you to that has his own server, and it's easy to create this. And another, well, the most challenging thing has been that Covalent API for use for this NFT data, the pagination is not working properly. So I had to do a lot of workarounds to make the pagination work and to not overload the front end while loading.
Awesome. Yeah, that does not sound easy.
No.
So you did a great job. And yeah, I've tested it out, quite a bit, over the last couple of days. So, it's been a lot of fun.
Thank you, Kevin.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Ismail, for the presentation, and we can move to the next project today. So, Ian, feel free to start. Oh, sorry, Ian. We
Can't
cannot
hear you.
hear you.
Oh, I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine now.
Okay. Hello. Yes, I will show you my project. It's also an NFT project. So let's share my screen. So my project is called MintMyMoon. I created it for this hackathon initially for Moonriver blockchain, but I decided to use the Moonbeam blockchain because I already have some some glimmer. So the idea of this platform of MintMyMoon is to allow the users to mint their own NFTs, to deploy their own ERC-721 smart contracts, and to make them always to be the owners of their data. We don't hold anything. So MintMyMoon is also a platform to create a design to show your NFTs. So I will show you, for example, you can see the featured NFTs. There are a lot of NFTs indexed by my own indexer. Is not completely working, or it take a lot of time to index all the NFTs. So I'm currently not able to have the latest NFTs. But for example, we can see a lot of different NFTs. Then the metadata are retrieved from the NFTs using a solution like using Covalent. So for example, here I can see a lot of NFTs. Some NFTs don't load because they are using IPFS. So could be interesting to cache this data. But the idea is to be able to see all the NFTs. You can, for example, have the different informations about this NFT. Also have the attributes of the NFT and everything in this platform. There is also a feature to see the different collections available in Moonbeam. Only ERC-721 smart contracts. For example, the Polkis collection, one of the first collection, or the first, I think, in Moonbeam ecosystem. So you can see the whole NFTs. And this is the first part of this project, be able to show the NFTs and to see the NFTs on Moonbeam, but also MintMyMoon is created to allow users to mint and transfer their NFTs. So for example, I have a feature to allow a user just entering the address of the NFT, the ID, and the receiver to create a transaction and then to transfer this NFT to to the receiver. Also, it is possible to create an NFT. So you can directly log in with MetaMask on the platform, and then you can access to to your profile. I don't have any NFT here. You can access to the list of NFTs, the different available collections. For example, there is this MintMyMoon collection, but I can create my own collection. For example, let's call it Hello Moonbeam. Just add a description and a symbol, and then I will have directly a transaction to deploy the smart contract. So it is in French, but as you can see, you will deploy a new complete smart contract directly, and this and then you will have you will own this smart contract, so you will be able to mint new NFTs. So it can take a while. So yes, this first step, the deployment of NFTs using the collections, and then I will be able. So we can see on Moonscan the transaction. My NFT, my smart contract is deployed, and I will be able to mint NFTs. So for my NFT, I can write any name. Yes. Hello. No description. Let's add this external URL. Some attributes. Color. Blue. You can add a lot of attributes. Then you can also add a media, so an IPFS media. I'm currently using using for let's take this wolf. This media will be uploaded to IPFS using Piñata. So here is the details of my new smart contract. So first, the picture is uploaded, and then I can confirm the transaction to create this NFT. So this is the whole process. For now, I'm not able to show you this created NFT on MintMyMoon because of this indexing issue. How to have the latest minted NFTs if they are not in the in one smart contract address. Because with one smart contract address, we can use the graph, but in our case, we need to index the whole NFTs on the blockchain, and it takes time. So you can see my new NFT minted. So also there is every user can have a profile picture and a profile with his NFTs. So you can edit your profile, add your information. So it's just a way to interact, to do something very, very smooth. And for example, yes, you can see this user with his NFTs. So yes, this is my project, MintMyMoon. I hope you have questions, and I hope you like it.
Very cool, Ian. Yeah, this is great to see. So one question I had is you showed your profile, and you said for that particular account you were showing you didn't have any NFTs there. Can you search for other people's accounts, or?
Yes, you can search for any people. So you just need to. I will share a new time my screen. Sorry, yeah. So you should see my screen. Yes. So for example, this is my profile, but I can see in this NFTs, this user, I will click on its profile and I'm in the profile pages. So this user will have only one NFT, but if you have an address with many NFTs, you will see all the NFTs here. But you must be sure that your NFTs have been added many blocks ago.
Sure,
A lot
sure.
of blocks
Yeah,
ago
that's
for now.
understandable. Yeah, I might just add a search bar or something in the UI so that the user doesn't
Yeah,
have to go to the menu
could
bar and
be,
then like
yeah,
change the address.
could be interesting. Also, I would like to add more features to create more like a kind of social network. For example, you can see there is a like button. I would like to create like a list to like a list of your liked NFTs, or to be able to follow a smart contracts, things like that.
And a similar question: what was the the hardest part about this project? What was the most challenging step?
There are two hard parts. First, the timeline, the deadline, because we don't have a lot of time, and when we start projects from scratch, it takes a lot of time to design the whole thing. It was hard to deal with the front end because I don't had any experience with Next.js, so it was very interesting to understand how Next.js works, how smoothly it is. And also the other hard part is the NFT indexing. So I would like to focus my work on this because it's very hard. I started doing uh, a kind of bot, a kind of indexer using Rust, but it was very hard. I didn't have the knowledge. I'm also learning Rust, so I decided to make it in Node.js, and yes, it's also very hard.
Cool. Thanks, Ian.
Thank you.
Great. Yeah, thanks. Thank you very much, Ian, for this very detailed presentation. Yeah, we can move to the last but not the least project today, which is the Orbiter8. So Koda, good to see you again. Feel free to start.
Good morning. I am currently on a limited bandwidth connection. So for the presentation, I will probably turn off my my camera. And let me select my window. All right. So good morning, everybody. Thank you to DoraHacks and Moonbeam for the opportunity to show Orbiter8, our massively multiplayer space game. So Orbiter8, imagine a game that you can play in 10,000 years. So currently, the state of Web3 games and blockchain games make a promise about things like true ownership, but they don't really meet that promise. Most of the games that you see today use some sort of centralized components somewhere in the stack. And when those centralized components eventually go down, all of the assets related to the game are going to end up being tokens that don't point to anything at all. So what we've built is a truly decentralized game. Our intention is for this game to be able to be played well into the future as long as the networks upon which they are deployed still exist. So we've been working on this game since 2018, and we broke the project down into 4 major milestones. Currently, we have released what we call Demo 3. And Demo 3 is the third of 4 steps until we reach what we consider to be an MVP. The first demo that we released in 2019 introduced the galaxy. The second one introduced the bodies in the galaxy. And Demo 3 introduces a trade system. Our final demo will introduce a system of warring. So for today's presentation, I'm going to dive right into the game and show what the game experience is like. On our boot up screen here, you'll see that we have been deployed to a total of 9 different test networks. We are on currently Moonbase and Moonriver. And the opportunity to explore Moonriver has been pretty exciting for us. As we look at a multi-chain future, we want to be able to transfer various assets from chain to chain. And as we're looking at bridges, it's a little bit nerve-wracking to see the current state of the technology that's used to build bridges. Moonriver, thankfully, is built on the Polkadot network, and we feel very confident about the future of building bridges on those networks. It's very exciting for us. For the purpose of today's demo, I will be running against a local node so that the transactions are a little bit snappier and we're able to go through the presentation just a little bit quicker. So I'll dive into the game. For our onboarding, every player of the game needs to have an avatar, a pilot name. So we're going to register our avatar name first, and we will be Spike. I'm going to file my registration, and you may not be able to see the MetaMask pop up on my screen, but I'm confirming the transaction now, and the registration is going into the network. I am now a registered pilot, and I have the opportunity to claim my ship. In Demo 3, everybody gets a ship. Everybody gets one ship, and the ships are free. In Demo 4, you'll be able to manage a fleet of multiple ships. But for now, we're going to call this ship Bebop. So let's take off. I'm confirming my transaction, and my ship is ready. If you leave and come back to the game once you've registered, this is the screen you'll be presented with. You'll be able to dive straight back into where you left off in the game world. Let's take command. And here's Bebop currently circling planet Earth. The initial star system that you begin in is our home world. There are all of our planets that you've become accustomed to. And each of these planets has surrounding it a little space station. Because our galaxy, our solar system has been built out and it's been overpopulated and it's full of people, you'll find that all of the planets have these space stations around them with ports of trade. And these ports of trade are going to be our primary, what you might call a grind loop in the game. You'll run around from ports carrying various goods in your cargo holds, making trades to earn the in-game credit. The in-game credit is an ERC20 token, and it is tradable outside the game, viewable in your wallet. So in this case, we'll sell one of our fuel ores that we have on board, and we'll buy 2 of these organics. We'll make the trade. I'm being presented with my MetaMask wallet. I'm confirming the trade, and now it's being filed to the network. That trade is complete, and we have now earned a total of 50 in-game credits on that trade. As we look across the solar system here and the various planets, each planet has a starport with a different collection of goods for sale and for purchase. And as these markets deplete, the prices adjust over time, and you can continue to make various trades and gain money until you are ready to move on to other aspects of gameplay. And in this case, one of those aspects could be upgrading your ship. Your ship comes equipped naturally with 5 cargo holds, but for 250 credits, you can add more cargo holds and continue to scale up your ability to move more and more goods across the solar system. So earning the credits is well and good, and zipping around our solar system is interesting, but what if you want to go somewhere else? What if you want to explore the rest of space? Well, good news. The Orbiter 8 is the very first ship in history that has the capacity to do an orbital shift jump from our sun to another sun. So the rest of the galaxy, for the very first time in human history, is unlocked. We are now able to build our empires across other parts of space. So let's take a look at where we can go. Initially, we have all of these neighboring stars that we can visit. None of them have ever been visited before. They're all named Unexplored Star. So let's jump on over to number 7. Confirm transaction, and I'm on my way. Our little wait screen prompts us with a little bit of information about the game. Now, the game is played at the natural cadence of the network that you're on. So those transaction times will be relevant to whatever transaction times you have become accustomed to. And here we are in a new star system. No one has ever been here before. This star system currently contains 7 planets. We also have the opportunity, since we are the first ones here, to rename the star itself. And everyone who comes through will see that this is our star and that we've named it. The planets themselves do need to be claimed individually. And as you do, you also get to choose the name of that star. So we'll claim, the name of that planet. We'll claim this planet. We'll call it Tiny. And MetaMask is prompting me for the transaction, and I'm confirming. Now, claiming a planet actually is done through an NFT ERC721 interface. So this planet is a token that can be traded on open marketplaces such as OpenSea. Once you own a planet, there are things you can do with it. The credits that we've been earning can be used not only to upgrade our ship, but to also upgrade our planets. And in this case, we can build a space station if we have 10,000 credits available to do so. Once you've built a space station, other users can come through and trade at your port. And when those users trade at your port, there will be a small fraction of the credits from that trade that will go into your account. So you'll be able to earn passive in-game credits once you've built up your ports. We also have a rudimentary chat interface. You have a list of ships in your system, which currently I'm the only one. And you can always jump back to your ship when you need to. So let's jump back to our home solar system real quick. Now, the universe is on what they call a directed graph. And in the game world, what this means is not all stars are the same. You may be able to jump from one star to another, but the star that you're at may not be large enough to jump back. So sometimes you'll have to find your pathways through space. All of the star systems are dynamically generated. When we just visited that star, all of the planets that were in that system were created for the first time and written to the blockchain. And the neighboring stars around that were written to the blockchain. So what this does is it democratizes the cost of writing this data to the chain, and it provides a near infinite universe for gamers to explore. These are the general features that are available in Orbiter8 Demo 3 right now. We are working on Demo 4 currently, and we're going to introduce a lot more interesting gameplay when we do. We hope that folks will want to follow along, and we're gamers, and we built this game to be fun. We didn't build it to be a vehicle for profit or investment. We're doing this to make something that's entertaining, and all of the economics, they just follow along naturally. We hope everybody gets a chance to play, and we look forward to questions. So hit me up.
Thanks, Coda. I'm a big fan of the game, and I admire your ethos of decentralization, that you're adopting. One question, and I don't know a whole lot about how the gaming graphics are built, and so I wanted to ask you, what tools do you use for building the graphics, or what does that process look like?
So this is actually something that we've thought about writing a blog post on, because we're doing something a bit novel. Our client is just a reference client. It's meant to be open sourced, and people will be able to look at it and write other clients. So it could be written in Unreal or Unity. But for the sake of the reference client, we're actually dynamically generating SVGs on the screen using a reactive framework. We're using Vue, and SVGs are just text-based. They're just nodes like any other HTML. So with a reactive framework, you can manipulate those SVGs in real time. So we either work with an artist or ourselves generate an SVG image, and then we just paste that right into our templating system, and we manipulate the parameters on that SVG dynamically. So because the data for every NFT is stored on chain, we can parametrically generate images appropriately for that data through this technique.
And it seems very fast. Like that's one of the things I noticed. There's no lag or anything. Everything is extremely fluid and very, very fast.
We're pretty happy with the performance currently. We're on Vue 2, and we plan to upgrade to Vue 3 for a little bit more performance boost. And we're learning different techniques for manipulating SVGs that will lean more on your video card for rendering. So we expect our performance to get even more fluid in the future.
So I think you gave you outlined the different steps and the different demos. Can you remind us what Demo 4 is all about and what's coming up next?
I can. Demo 4 is basically going to be about introducing battle. The current demo, you can build out your empire, but that's all you do is you spread across the galaxy, and then you have an empire, and then what? So in Demo 4, we're going to allow gamers to engage in war, but this is sort of a casual paced game, more like a board game, less like a Twitch game. So the experience of that battle will be more like laying siege to a planet. And if you lay siege to a planet, it might take you days and days before you're able to make progress in that battle. And meanwhile, your ship that is attacking won't be available to go do trades. So it'll be a long game style of warring and conquering and taking over territory. So that's our primary feature. There are a number of other minor features and upgrades that we plan. Some of those include being able to move assets across chain, which is what we've mentioned. Additionally, our upgrade trees, such as upgrading your planets. Right now, you just go straight to having a port, and that's pretty simplistic. We expect to have very many steps in that process, where first you have to bring in colonists, and then you have to build infrastructure and et cetera, before you can reach those levels of upgrades. So our upgrade tree is going to also become more complicated. But the primary feature in Demo 4 is going to be about introducing the element of war, which we believe will give it enough diversity of gameplay mechanics to truly be a fun game.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it, Coda. Thank you so much.
You are absolutely welcome. Thank you for the opportunity.
Great. Yeah, thanks very much, Coda, for the detailed presentation. Also, I'm really looking forward to when the game is launching officially. I'll be the first batch of the player. Yeah, so thank you guys. I think that's all projects for today. You guys all did a very great job. Congratulations on finishing the first Moonriver Grant Hackathon. Yeah, so I guess I don't have too much to say here. Only thank you very much for contributing your time and efforts for this hackathon. And you guys can all see the progress you guys achieved from the beginning, that building something from scratch, until now. You guys have at least an MVP to show to everybody. So which is really great, especially in current market. It's a little bit harsh, but this is actually the time that for devs and builders like you guys to build the really valuable projects in the Web3 ecosystems. Yeah, so Kevin, you have anything to add?
Yeah, I've been very impressed with the presentations today, and we want to, congratulate you. It's been 2 months or so. You've been working hard, and we're thrilled to see all the results. We have some upcoming hackathons later this year. One might be more focused on Moonbeam, for example, than Moonriver. There's also a Polkadot hackathon that we're participating in. That's starting now, and that's running for the next 5 weeks or so. So just wanted to mention those. And thank you so much, Chris and DoraHacks and Huobi Incubator. Chris, I mean, it's been a pleasure to work with you, and you've been very responsive, and your whole team. We're very, very appreciative. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Likewise, Kevin. And also thank you everybody to join us today. Thank you guys very much. See you guys soon.
See ya. Thank you.
See ya. Thank you.
Bye-bye.